Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we have our next match. And it will feature a first-time matchup, or so I believe, in Mr. Rogers against Bret Hart. I mean, you have Bret Hart, who is one of the best going on today. The man who considers himself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, against probably one of the greatest of all time, in Mr. Rogers, for more reasons than one. For some people, they may remember him as Mr. Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, which is a great show, by the way. But, and it's still going on today, but the man is a former world champion 5 times, and a win over Bret Hart will get him closer to that. So, with that in mind, let's begin. Well, anyway, here we have Bret Hart, and wait, what's going on here? What? The British Bulldog? Wait a minute. Is this what I think this is? Seriously, is this what I think this is? Because the match was supposed to be Bret Hart and Mr. Rogers, but you know what? I guess it's going to be the British Bulldog then. Well, this is an unexpected match, I'm telling you one thing. But you know what? I have an idea, folks. I have an idea. Because I intend to have Bret Hart in a match. But right now, we have the British Bulldog. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Rogers was not prepared for the British Bulldog. But then again, you know, this isn't the first time that Mr. Rogers had to fight an unknown opponent. You know, one of which he was not scheduled originally to face. But you know what? He's been in this situation many times before. So he knows exactly what he needs to do in order to win. So, I mean, he's also fought men that are, you know, bigger, stronger than him. But, you know, Mr. Rogers has, you know, proven over the years that he can take him on. But right now, Mr. Rogers got taken down by the knee. Oh, well, the British Bulldog, I think he might have found a weakness. And that's the legs. But then again, you know, Mr. Rogers is not exactly a spring chicken like he used to be. Because I tell you one thing, back in his day, he could hang with the best of them and, you know, and you couldn't keep up with him. But, you know, as he's aged, obviously he's not as good as he used to be. But then again, who am I to say that? I mean, you know, when this company was founded, I mean, I was just a little kid, you know, when Mr. Rogers began. And, you know, and the weird thing is, Mr. Rogers has, without a shadow of a doubt, outlasted me in terms of my career because, well, I first started out 16 years old, 1979, and spent about a good, I'd have to say a good 5 years in the juniors division. You know, you have to be at least 16 years old, but you can't be more than 21 years old. Well, I spent a good 5 years in the juniors, but you know, we don't have that as much as we used to because, well, and whatever juniors we do have, well, there aren't enough juniors to, you know, warrant having a juniors heavyweight title. If we did, we would have it. We would have it, but you know, we don't. So that just goes to show that the majority of the competition is older than 21. But another thing is that Mr. Rogers has outlasted me in terms of my career, like I said, and so has Bob Barker, and just a select few people that have done it, you know. But enough about me. This match is about Mr. Rogers and the British Bulldog. And whipped in the corner is Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Rogers counters with a jawbreaker. Then a neck breaker onto the British Bulldog. British Bulldog. A kick and a punch to the left arm of the British Bulldog. The British Bulldog is the reigning European champion. I mean, he's been champion since winning it at Over the Edge. So, I mean, this guy is no fluke. But right now, Mr. Rogers is slowly but surely gaining the advantage. All he has to do is not let, the Bulldog pick up some steam. So he's got to stay on him is what he's got to do. But I'll tell you one thing, if he does win, and by he I mean Mr. Rogers, if Mr. Rogers does win, then obviously he would be a #1 contender to the European Championship. And wait a minute, Mr. Rogers is going to take down the announce table with Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole. Oh, but the British Bulldog stopped him in his tracks with a DDT, but Mr. Rogers gets up rather quickly. Then a flying crossbody onto the British Bulldog. Now he picks him up. And, wait a minute. Mr. Rogers is lying on the table, but Mr. Rogers got up. And, well, the British Bulldog didn't take advantage of it when he had the chance. So now both men are back in the ring. A whip into the corner goes Bulldog, and Bulldog countered that. And Bulldog suplex onto Mr. Rogers. Oh, then a kick right to the back of the British Bulldog. And, and another clothesline. And wait a minute, Mr. Rogers! That was the neighborhood drop. The neighborhood drop. One. No. Oh, thank you for correcting me on that. Okay, one of my best stagehands, he corrected me. The move that Mr. Rogers used on the British Bulldog, in which he dropped him on his head, that's actually called the It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood drop. Wait a minute. The Power Slam! Power Slam! And that could do it, folks. No! Kick out by Mr. Rogers. Whipped into the corner. Then a forearm. Now he's got Mr. Rogers set up in the corner. This is not good. Not good at all. A back suplex from off the second rope. Then an elbow right to the point of the head. Mr. Rogers is pissed. Takes him down. Another clothesline. Wait a minute. A face buster onto the British Bulldog. I mean, just when you think Mr. Rogers is finished, he gets up. 1, 2. He got it! Wow! I'm surprised he had it. I'm surprised he won it with the face buster, but you know what? Mr. Rogers has won the match. And despite the fact that Bret Hart was supposed to fight him, Mr. Rogers won the match. It's amazing. But congratulations to Mr. Rogers. I mean, that's a great victory, for him, because, it'll definitely give Mr. Rogers the #1 contendership to the European Championship. But until then, stay tuned for the next match. That'll be coming up right after this.